In 2005, the UN Secretary General launched an initiative co-sponsored by the governments of Spain and Turkey, an initiative to advance a vision of the world, not as it is, but as it should be. This vision is the Alliance of Civilizations.
We can begin to believe that we have a world where we can coexist.
In all nations, including America, change can bring fear. Fear that because of modernity, we lose control over our economic choices, our politics, and most importantly, our identities, those things we most cherish about our communities, our families, our traditions, and our faith. But we have a responsibility to join together on behalf of the world that we seek. That's why we welcome efforts like Turkey's leadership in the Alliance of Civilizations.
We have to get to know each other's humanity first. Once respect and trust is established through dialogue, this face-to-face relationship between members of conflicting groups sets a powerful tone for peace.
How can you deal with people who are totally excluded from society? How can you deal with people who have no more than $1 a day for their development? In fact, this concept of global security as such is something that we have to deal with, and the Alliance has, on the cultural level, on the understanding level, has to do its work.
What makes the Alliance pretty unique is the emphasis on practical achievements, delivering. I mean, not only talking about our differences, but rather seeing how we can build from them in a very concrete way.
We need the contributions of all for the richness that is a potential of our world. When we get to realize, in fact, that we are created for interdependence.
In order to have an effect, we need to mobilize the grassroots.
Through the work of the Alliance, we can engage with small and ground-based organizations and to see how we can facilitate those innovative efforts, to work on and to promote intercultural dialogue. So, in a way, the Alliance is really at the intersection of those who are operating and innovating in the field and those who have the capacity to decide, to orient policy.
The reality of the world has changed. We are living in global societies where mass migrations are taking place routinely. We are seeing a youth bulge everywhere, and we are seeing that most people are getting their education through mass media. These are critical issues in today's world, and we have to recognize this.
We should be the pace setters, because it's not only what's happening on top, it has to trickle down. And trickling down means, above all, education of future generations.
Close to half of the world population is under the age of 25, and in certain regions, youth represent 2/3 of the population. So this means that they have a tremendous role to play in shaping a society's response to cultural and religious diversity. The innovative projects that we fund under the Youth Solidarity Fund all seek to construct positive and long-term relationship between people of different culture and religious backgrounds.
We want young people to work within the Alliance because that is, in fact, the essential route to have the Alliance go through a process and have a sustainability in itself by those who will be leaders of tomorrow.
What we need to do is to identify projects that will help educate our younger generation and also people of diverse cultures and backgrounds of what each one of us can do in terms of a sense of responsibility for preserving this planet.
The Alliance itself is there to support, promote, share best practices, come up with new ideas where those have been completely missing, have not been on the table so far.
One of the key projects the Alliance has developed is the Rapid Response Media Mechanism. This is an online tool that we have developed for the media to help broaden the scope of voices that are being heard on issues that tend to divide communities along cultural fault lines.
Because journalists are often under an extremely tight deadline, producers of TV shows and print media journalists, they need to know who to go to very quickly. And unless you provide them with this kind of a huge diversity of voices, they will end up going to the same people over and over again.
And the minute that people start talking to each other, looking by themselves, what is the perception of others, the way people are living, even if you don't like it, when you start looking at it, you start at least to understand what is behind that.
It's such a powerful medium that you have of helping people in the world to know that we must live amicably together, or as Martin Luther King said, unless we learn to live together as brothers and sisters, we're going to perish together as fools.
To anyone watching, I say this: as long as you recognize that what binds humanity together is stronger than what divides us, you can help. By reaching out to people from different backgrounds, you can become global citizens. In this way, person to person, community to community, country to country, we can build a better world. That is the vision driving the Alliance of Civilizations.